Reed from MyTaxiIndia.com. We're turning that together.
Good morning, all of you. My name is Mohit Rajpal, founder of MyTaxi India. So, MyTaxi India connects people to travel from one city to another city. So, we are an outstation taxi, intercity. The team behind it, Anshuman Mihir, me, and other two founders have more than 10 years of experience in e-commerce, technology, and product, and have been in the leadership position of companies like HCL, MakeMyTrip, GoIbibo, and Yatra. What are we solving? We are solving the 88% unorganized market with small operators and individual drivers, one-way taxi, real-time inventory, and quality standardization. Outstation taxi market in India is a 15 billion market which is growing by 20 to 25%. There are close to 46.6 million travelers travel every day. And the best part is only 5% of Indians have their own car. So people use road transport. Outstation taxi challenges in India. So if you want to book an outstation taxi, you have to do multiple calls to the taxi operator. And the worst part is everyone will give you different pricing. Instant driver details are missing. No real-time inventory. If you want to travel for one way, you'll be charged for return. How we are solving this problem? So we have built a technology called Global Distribution System, GDS. So now booking a taxi is just a few minutes away. We give real-time inventory, quality standardization is there, plus our system helps taxi provider to increase their fleet size and optimum use of their fleet by 23%. How does MTS system work? That's interesting. So our global distribution system gives a feed to my website, my mobile app, and travel agents. The best part is I'm not only the B2C, I target B2C and B2B both. So all big OTAs like Expedia, MakeMyTrip, GoIbibo integrate my API to sell intercity taxi on their platform. MTS touchpoints, we have driver app, Android, iOS, mobile website, and a SaaS platform for the taxi operators. Business model, so MTI brings all the taxi operators on our platform to reach out to 46.6 million people. Our ATV is $50 USD and we make minimum 10% out of it. Source of traction, like I said, it's website, mobile app, API integration which other travel agents and OTAs are taking from me. Entry barrier, most important. My current technology is the biggest entry barrier for anyone to come into this market because first, I give the lowest price, instant driver details, and major part is taxi operators are using my system. So I'm locking the supply. That's more important for any business. Our growth, so we have been growing by 55% month on month since our product launch, which was launched in 2015 December. Unit economy, we make 2125 USD per month per taxi, and out of it we make 375 USD is our revenue per month per taxi. Our presence, we are available in 119 cities of India and covering to more than 10,000 routes. Our partners is interesting. SpiceJet is one of the lowest airlines in India. Musafir, Yatra, GoIbibo, Redbus, they all are selling my taxi on their platform. Total funding, so we have raised close to 1.1 million USD till now. We have been backed by GHP Escalator and Nihon Kotso is the leader investor in our company. Nihon Kotso is one of the biggest car rental company in Japan. Thank you.
Can you talk about the usage pattern in India? You mentioned 46 million target consumer. How many of this consumer are actually using smartphone? Is there a concentration by city? And how is this demographic responding to this taxi service?
So smartphone usage in India is growing by 45 to 50%. There are a lot of places which are people staying in rural areas, work in cities, and they travel every day for their jobs, right? And getting train ticket in India is madness, right? It's very difficult. So people use transport. And the best part is only 5% people have their own car. So they have no choice rather than choosing a road transport.
But what are the competing alternatives to getting a taxi?
It's like a bus. You can take bus. The taxi is the option. Otherwise you drive your own car.
So this is a higher end demographic that you're targeting?
So it's not higher because we are coming in a seat as well. So let's say if you don't want an individual car, you can pick a seat and come to my platform and book.
But you need to own a smartphone, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
smartphone
yeah.
and a website. That's right.
The
Yeah.
smartphone on the website. And the second thing is, with the help of the GDS, we have reduced the taxi price by 40%.
Yeah.
So we are totally changing the ecosystem in India. So how we are means if you are going with the bus, how it's start? For the start, generally from your home, you need to take a taxi to reach the bus stand. Again, the bus stand you need to your destination. Again, you need a taxi to reach your home. I am giving you taxi at your doorstep in the sharing basis. It pick you from your doorstep and drop you at your destination at the lesser price. So this is the biggest USP of My Taxi India.
What does the competitive landscape look like? Is this a market that Uber's going to enter? And what's the sustainable competitive advantage that you have that over long term will mean that you will win?
So like I said, entry barrier. So first of all, entry barrier for, like you said, Uber, right? So we have all India permit access taxis. Only our taxis have an access to travel from one city to another, which Uber does not have.
Okay.
Another thing is our technology, which is GDS, Global Distribution System. If you go to the mountains, the internet is not going to work, right? So we have built those systems. And another thing is we are locking the supply to get all the taxi operator to use our system. So that's how we are locking.
When you say that, is that exclusive arrangements or?
Is it exclusive at the moment? And we are the first mover advantage.
First mover
We are the
advantage.
one who has built the system. No one has it in India.
What's the existing market share of the taxi operators in India?
Sorry.
The existing market share, like the largest taxi, they have what percent of the market?
So this is unorganized by 88%. So this is very niche market, right? So at the moment there is no big player in this because it's intercity.
Yeah.
This market is running by the small taxi operator.
They're all small.
Yeah, so because of lack of technology, we introduced GDS. The GDS help them to manage their inventory. So once they are managing their inventory on our system, we have the real-time data. That is.
And maybe you can talk a bit about how you manage the quality of the service, given that the taxi fleets are out there and it represents your service too.
Right. So we have driver training programs, taxi operator training programs. So we have a script which before getting any taxi operator on a platform, we need to ensure that the hygienes are met. They have been explained what is our expectation from them. So that's how we maintain. And plus, yes, there is a customer feedback whenever the booking is done. So proper feedback is being taken from the customer, and wherever the improvement areas are there, we keep giving the feedback to the operators and the drivers.
Yes, and I want to add more. All the drivers are police verified, and they have the permit to drive a car, be a driver. So in India, if you are driving a car, no one else means I have a driving license. It doesn't mean I can drive a car as a taxi driver. You need to take a permission from the government. So all the taxi driver has a permit. They are police verified.
What are your main customer acquisition channels? I mean, how do you get people to know about the service and use the service?
So my customer acquisition is B2B and B2C both. So because I'm serving to all the travel agents and the OTAs,
Yep.
and I also have a website where people can come to my platform and book, right? And at the moment we've been following the non-digital strategy. I'm sure that you would have Visa or a MasterCard, right?
Both.
So that's great. So if bank push your message, go and book with My Taxi India, you will come. But again, there is no cost of mine. So we are following the non-digital strategy. No expense on brand.
How many users do you have?
So at the moment we get 200,000 people on our platform monthly basis, right? And growing by 20-25% month on month.
And how active are they?
So the
How many times
repeat
do they
user
book?
is 35%.
Sorry?
35%.
How does repeat use compare to Uber? I mean, people will use Uber quite frequently. Is this an intercity travel? Is that something where you get
So
repeat usage?
intercity travel, the behavior is people come to our platform after 30-35 days.
And then like how often do they book on your, 200,000 rides, and
Yeah.
how often do they book? Every day?
Not every day. They book it between 30-35 days. Because it's intercity.
35
interesting.
okay.
Talk about payment.
The payment, we have a platform where you can make full payment to us, like we can set credit card, net banking, debit cards, everything. Another option the guest has, he can pay directly to the driver. Where also again we are locking. So we have POS in the cabs. So if you don't want to pay by cash, just pitch in your credit card, you can pay.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone. Thank you.
MyTaxiIndia.com. All right. So we've seen three pretty amazing pitches. I'm going to put the judges on the spot for a quick second. Snap judgments. Matt Berry, on the three just saw. What do you think?
I like the last one. I think they're very focused on their segment. I think they understand how to operate the business. I think there's challenges with the the insiders business and the fact that it looks exciting, but when you've got no global liquidity, it's just local. You've got to go city by city by city, tourist destination by tourist destination by tourist destination. It's very hard, and I do worry about Airbnb just upgrading the offering to offer local experiences.
Cool. Anna, Snapchat.
I think the last two were really, really interesting. Unfortunately, I don't really understand the India market, so that's something that I would have to look into. But yeah.
Jenny?
My main concern is on competition. So the three business models are not completely out of the box in terms of innovative, in terms of model or positioning of product. And so they're most likely going to face in their respective sector, whether it's hardware, whether it's services or travel, a pretty strong competitor. And so how do they really bring across whether it's operating experience or product uniqueness, price performance uniqueness? I think that's going to be key. So it's not going to be another startup that they're competing against, but it's going to be the big guys.
Okay. How about the audience? Which of the three do you like the best? Taxi? Oh, the taxi guys are in the front row, I think. Oh, they're buddies. Okay, judges are going to go now and deliberate, and we'll come back here at 4 p.m. and announce the winner. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our morning sessions. The stage will now break for lunch with talks resuming at 12:40 sharp. Thank you.